Ooh, it's cold. All right, let's go. Hey guys, it's Helen again, back on the road with Make It Common, and today we're going to be asking the Brotherhood for some advice. Let's get it. What advice would you give to your younger self?
I think the main thing is don't take anything too seriously. I mean, some advice I got a while back was if it's not going to affect your life or if it's not going to matter in a negative way in a year's time, why stress about it now? When I was younger, everything seemed so real right then in that moment, but taking a step back and just realising that life will sort itself out and there's always another way, there's another option. So yeah, definitely.
What advice would you give to your younger self then?
I would tell my younger self, stay motivated and persevere in your goals.
So is that something that you've had in your head for a long time, or is it something that you have picked up?
It's just life experiences, isn't it? So
yeah,
you go through life and then you go through certain things and then certain things happen and then you realise that maybe if you had stuck to your guns in the first place, then you'd probably be where you wanted to be, innit? And losing motivation, because things happen and you take knocks in life, you get depressed, whatever it is, people go through different things, innit? So yeah, I was saying to him, stay motivated, persevere in your goals and work hard and believe in yourself, innit? It's what about believe in yourself.
Probably to never quit what you're doing, basically, because I feel like nowadays people don't have enough determination. When they're trying to achieve certain goals, they may come across errors that may give them the idea that they're failing already.
Yeah.
And I feel like once people have that failing idea, they kind of tend to quit what they're doing. So I feel like the advice I would give to myself from young is to never quit what you're doing, because I feel like failure is part of success. You know what I'm saying? It's just a part of development. It's a part of learning.
And how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 18.
You're still young, and you're full of all this wisdom. You're going to go far in life. This is a 45-year-old man trapped in an 18-year-old's body. I love this for you.
I tell my younger self just to take time and grow up at my own pace, basically. And
enjoy the moment.
yeah, because I feel like most of the time when I think it's just maybe the aspect of having freedom or whatever. Like when you're younger, you're like, oh, I want to have money, I want to have freedom. Just take your time, and I guess don't take everything personal as well.
Believe in yourself. Don't be swayed by others. Follow your narrative and other people's. Enjoy life. Work in the instant. Yeah, if there's something you need to do it while you can. No point in procrastination, man.
Right.
Nothing's guaranteed. Yeah.
As a black man, do you feel like it's getting easier to talk about mental health, going to therapy and so on, or do you feel like there still needs to be a bit of room of improvement for men to be open?
I definitely think it's getting easier. I think with the people that you surround yourself around, like with my group of friends, it's a lot easier for us to voice our opinions on how we're feeling, where I feel like a couple of years back it wouldn't have been as easy and you would have been laughed at or ridiculed. Now you've got an open forum to really address feelings. So yeah, I think it's a lot easier. I think there's a long way to go, but I definitely think we're making the right traction.
I think therapy is good, I've had therapy once or twice.
How was it?
It was good. You don't realise when you're talking to somebody, and you notice that especially as men, you're not really emotional people, so you're not gonna sit there and say, even to your girlfriend, or you might have somebody close to you that you do talk to, but for the most part you don't really have people you talk to. So especially as a stranger, they don't really know you, so when you're talking to them and they're asking you certain questions to get out whatever it is that you got on your mind, it's a relief at the end of the day, isn't it?
Do you feel like a lot of black men kind of have a negative perception on therapy, thinking, well, this isn't really for us? Do you hear a lot of that?
Maybe in the younger generation. I think maybe the older generation, we've been through some shit, so
I've tried therapy myself before, because I've been through shit, I'm not gonna lie.
How was your experience?
It didn't really do anything, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Of course he'll talk to me, try to understand how I'm feeling, but I feel like not everybody understands where you come from deep down.
Well, personally, I go through therapy. I've been doing therapy for I think a year now. I think it's just all to do with the people who you're around. I feel like if people around you are more they're just encouraging you to be oh, it is what it is, you sort of have that mentality of I don't really need help. But if you have people who sort of acknowledge you to do it, and sort of people who are oh yeah, it's not wrong or it's not weak to basically want to do something like therapy, I think you're more likely to do it. I feel like mental health is something we neglect a lot. It's just our body, we try to I guess keep up and be healthy or whatever, but mentally we never really try to do the same. So I was I might as well just do mental health, I guess.
Of course, I'm sure there's a stigma attached to any kind of mental intervention, but if there's something you think you need, there's plenty of advice and guidance on therapy, plenty of avenues we can get support. So engage, plug in. If you feel the need, go and get it.
Is there anyone that you look up to?
When I was younger, I used to like Ian Wright.
So you're into football then?
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect.
Personally, look up to my mum. I just think because of the influence and the way she sort of carried herself throughout the years, something I want to do when I'm a bit older as well. So yeah, probably my mum.
Jesus.
Period.
Jesus, I'll be real. Like, everybody should learn from Jesus. Like, of course, we can't be as perfect as Jesus. He gives us messages. He gives us ways where we can, follow him. Basically, I'm not gonna lie. Before, I used to be quite bad. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna say everything on camera, obviously, but like, I used to do a lot of bad shit.
Right.
And I felt like, once I started building my relationship with God again,
Yes.
I kind of found a way to just like, bring myself back to, the good ways, basically. I just say, if you're looking for inspiration, find Jesus. That's all.
My family, friends, and like those are the people who I look like up to the most. I don't know. I feel like I don't have any external.
You're your own man kind of thing, like.
Yeah, because I feel like if you try to follow what everyone else is doing,
Yeah.
like you're just gonna be like chasing like a hurt. I don't know. You're just gonna be chasing something that's not there. I guess it's just you have to be in touch with the reality and be like, oh, okay, I want to make my own goals. I want to be here. You shouldn't aim to be like someone else. You just try to be yourself, I guess.
So I know that there are so many stereotypes that can be placed on black people, John, but you personally, as a black man, have you feel like you've had anything placed on you?
You know what it is? I'll be honest. When you come out the womb, you got a problem, innit? You feel what I'm saying to you? Because nobody likes your skin tone. Nobody accepts you in anything. As soon as they see you, I could be doing anything. I could be a rich millionaire. Nobody know, but they still see criminal or they still see crook. They see violence, innit? Got it hard from the jump, innit? Every stereotype you can think of that in your head, we go through, innit? It's normal. So it's so often, so it's become normal, innit? So when you say stereotypes, it's like you get all the stereotypes. You're walking down the road, somebody might cross the road because they see you, or lady might clutch her bag because you think they're gonna snatch her purse, or you know what I'm saying, you get pulled over if you're driving a nice car.
Right.
Or you might even go to talk to a girl, she automatically thinks you're a player because you understand what I'm saying? I mean, it is where it is now, isn't it? So I can't help what everybody else thinks. I can't help how everybody else sees me. I can't help if they feel threatened by my presence, innit?
Yeah.
That's on them, innit? It's for me to now just do what I need to do, innit? And get believe in myself and get to the place where I feel like I want to be in, innit?
I think in the place of work, the stereotype is always if you're a black male and you have a different opinion to superiors, you're seen as the aggressor or you don't understand how things work, when actually it's a different mind frame and different mentality.
Right.
I think where I am now though, I think a lot of people will see the work you do and then take in your opinion a bit more. So I think Britain and a lot of countries in terms of that need to sort of have that understanding a bit more sooner. But yeah, I think something that I've had to overcome in both personal and professional life. So yeah,
I feel like growing up black, you have like obstacles, you have like certain things maybe that might be, I guess, against you, but you just have to be resilient and go forward and try to do the best you can with the resources you have.
How have you managed to overcome it?
I'm just being myself, and I feel like maybe also just knowing like how to react and always, I guess, knowing how to handle certain situations.
I don't focus on stereotypes, I focus on me. I'm not someone that's limited by other people's beliefs and belief systems, so that's never been an issue for me. That can cause problems because I'm so self-motivated and stubborn.
What does success look like to you?
it's a weird one because I've changed this one quite a bit. I think success is ultimately waking up and just being content within yourself. I think a lot of what I put my younger version of, I need to be making X amount of money or I need to be doing this and that. If I'm able to provide for my family, go out and enjoy myself and live my life, then that's success really.
What does success look like to you then, Jay? Apart from having a wife like Michelle?
To me, success is a subjective dream. Again, do not base your ideals, your goals on the wishes of others, of whatever you personally strive for. It could be the smallest thing, it could be the greatest thing, it could be massive, it could be minor. Success could be taking a step in order to reach a mile, you know? Little baby steps to reach.
It's what you make it, basically. Exactly. Obviously, the older you get, your views, tend to change as well. Right. So when did you start kind of like tapping into your, grown self, all of this stuff that you told me, did this like all come recently, or like when did it all start?
Probably like 2 years ago. I feel like it depends on the crowd you hang around with.
Yes.
Because you can hang around with immature people and they'll, give you the same sort of mindset. Or if you hang around with people that are older than you and teach you better stuff and you watch certain videos, you kind of develop that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like most of my age mates are all older than me. Like, no one is really like my age. Everybody's like 21, 23. I talk to a lot of 25-year-olds. I work at a place where I'm working with, grown people. So I feel like they just teach me good messages and just teach me the ways.
So what would you like to say to the younger fellas out there that might be watching?
Stay away from my wife.
And that's on period.